one, don't come to the party.
You're down the bottom of the river.
I can remember we drove down a bendy road after leaving Pontypridd, whatever it is, and camped by the river. And the key was, when we stopped at the car park, the first question I asked you was, what's it say on the sign?
Waterfall.
I wouldn't say I vowed, but I can remember saying, oh, we got to come back here one day.
20 years later.
20 years later.
I thought you found this on a workshop.
So we set off from your works depot in Cardiff.
Yeah.
And we went up the Heads to Valleys Road through Merthyr.
I'm a businessman. I go to sell food. Probably saw a few customers in the Merthyr area. And this is what I used to do with you, because I always used to like taking you places. You could appreciate things. And that's when we come across this place.
Where are we?
We're in the woods, man.
And we're going to go in there, have a wild shower.
Wild shower, shallow deep dip. I'm sweating, so I want to cool my body down anyway. Fantastic. You got Pentickley Reservoir that way, Taliban Reservoir that way, 35 miles north of Barry Island. Here we are in the coldest water I've been here for a long time, and I feel fantastic. This is what rucking and tucking is all about. Come on. People are walking at the track looking at us, it's raining obviously, thinking we're a bunch of nutters, but we know how good this is, and you know, I'm freaking starving.
Bacon cheeseburger with some apple coleslaw.
Sounds good to me.
Come on.
I tell you what, you forgot it's an onion, didn't you?
I got onion.
Yes! When I was a boy, if we went anywhere, we'd go on what we called a Good Friday ramble. But the main thing, if we were going to go anywhere to cook or to stay the night in a tent, we'd call it hiking. What tended to be the motivation when we were younger was what we called a hiking expedition, Duke of Edinburgh Award.
So nowadays, the difference between hiking and rucking is described as rucking is walking with weight. It doesn't have to be food and sleeping equipment, it can just be weight in a bag or a weighted bag.
That's for health reasons.
Yeah, people do it as a form of exercise.
We never did any hiking for health reasons. We did it because we loved it.
We just popped into Lidl's. We spent less than a tenner. We got burgers, bacon, brioche buns. So we'll have bacon cheeseburgers basically, and a nice coleslaw. Works out about £2.50 a burger, and it'll knock any restaurant burger out the water, guarantee.
Dinner ready? You don't know. 5.5 hours, is it? Yeah. It's so warm, even though it's raining. Yeah, it makes you feel alive.
So to go out with all the boys, light the fire and try and work out to last 3 days was the best thing you can put in your bag. That's not too heavy, but nutritious. Not the nutrition we look at today, because we look at carbs and protein and all that. We just wanted a meal. I can remember crushing up a Weetabix and putting marble in with it. I'd get a pint Tupperware container. I'd crush 4 Weetabix in it, 2 tablespoonfuls of marble, 2 tablespoonfuls of sugar, and all I had to do was add to that hot water. And I can remember hiking, sitting down, eating it, this plate full of hot mush, and thinking, this is absolutely gorgeous because I'm starving and I'm cold and I'm wet, and we got to climb up that mountain. Do you know what I mean? something like this, a bit bigger, and then we can all get under it. Everything keeps quiet.
Literally eat all that myself.
Oh, that was nice.
Out of 10?
8.5, 9. What's the sweetness?
Oh, apple.
Yeah, of course it is.
Apple coleslaw. If you want to have melty cheese, add a little bit of water and cover. It's you! I can smell you down the bottom of the river! You're making me hungry. Okay.
I've had a great day. It's better to do this than go to Burger King.
That is a burger.
Yippee! Oh, lush. Going in. Oh my God. Burger King. Who needs you?
That's fine.
That is good. That is good.
I've done my own research on rucking, and all these blogs, the big worded articles saying do this, do that. But to put it simply, just put some weight on your back and go for a walk. The modifiers for it are, if you want it to be harder, walk further, walk harder terrain, get out there, don't overthink it. Put something on your back and go.
And I'm afraid it could go to right down forever, to eternity. So I'm going to go in it. It's as deep as my stick.
Did you touch the bottom?
With as deep as stick, shorty like me, I'm going to go under. Come on then, let's go.
Do you think that plunge pool we found was man-made or
No.
influenced from the waterfall? It was such a perfect circle. There might have been softer rock underneath.
It could be that there was a crack or a fissure or whatever they call it. And over the years, that's filled up.
Still scary to go in though, because the ripples of the water, you couldn't see the bottom.
That plunge pool, it looked like a hole that went on forever, but it was only 5 foot deep.
Yeah.
Remember I said to you, just put your elbows on the side and you're literally like being in a tub.
Yeah.
And if you did drop down, all you'd have to do is just hold back on again.
Yeah.
Nothing to fear really, but the fear is in, just looking at it.
Yeah.
Using the stick, we were able to prod and find, the parts where we were afraid to put our foot down and realised even the deepest part was probably no deeper than 5'5", 6 foot.
Did your feet touch the bottom when you went?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm only 5 foot nothing.
Can't have fun. Don't come to the party.